What is going on, guys? Snickel here, and today I have a video for Resident Evil 7 Banned Footage Volume 1 for the trophy Ethan Never Dies, which is to complete Ethan Must Dies. So, if you know anything about this game mode, it is a randomly generated game mode with the items that you receive, except the monster or the molder spawns are consistent through each playthrough. So I am going to show you my one playthrough, talk about what weapons you should have at certain parts, and general strategies that you should be using as you're playing through this Ethan Must Dies to make it a little bit easier for you. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get right into this walkthrough. So I did do this over on Twitch, so if you want to go over there and follow me, I do random trophies like that over on Twitch. So anyway, the main goal that you want to worry about while going through this game, the first thing that you want to learn about is the difference between the boxes. So there's obviously different tiers of boxes and rewards. You can get 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star. But there are differences in the actual boxes themselves. There are boxes that will give you actual items, and there were boxes that will be traps. The way you can tell the difference between the two of them is traps will have less tape on them, and they will make a clicking noise or a ticking noise when you go up next to them, and the ones that have items in them don't. So just be wary of that when you're playing through on your first few times. So here we go, we're running through here. I know the spawns of the boxes pretty well by this point. Now when you get into this room, what you want to do is run over into this other room. There's going to be a tripwire here, and you can actually kill this molded with this tripwire. So there are a few weapons that you want to look out for while you're going through this, and there's a few things that you want to have at certain parts. So for the boss fight, you definitely want to have burner with burner fuel. That's very helpful. Another thing that you want to have is a pistol with high-powered pistol ammo. That's very underrated, and it will do very well for you. If you can get around 20 rounds of high-powered pistol ammo, you should have no problem. The other thing to have, which does make it a little bit easier, is a shotgun. That can make it easier, and I don't think that the assault rifle is really that good, but you can use that as well. Anyway, when we get down here, we want to destroy this little thing of molded or whatever, and then we want to open that door and close it really quick so that molded doesn't get us. So there's going to be these pressure plates on the ground. We want to step on the first one, miss the second one, and step on the third one. Now, throughout this guide, I'll be talking about how you can use the traps to your advantage so you don't have to use as much ammo as possible. I do make a few errors because not everyone's run is going to be the same, but I will be talking about traps that you can use, which will make this a lot easier and will conserve your ammo. In that box, I got the Albert. If you can get the Albert with high-powered pistol ammo, you're basically set. So anyway, when we come out of this room, we want to activate that pressure pad. It will kill that molded that comes out of the wall. And if you can get the Albert, the reason why it's so OP is because you can craft high-powered or enhanced pistol ammo, and you can use it with the Albert. And the Albert is OP as it is. So if you can get enhanced pistol ammo with the Albert, 20 rounds of it, this will be easy peasy. So when we come in here to this molded, we want to get him to spawn, and then what we're going to do is we're going to feed him back through the door that we just came through. Now you'll notice when we came through that door, we did not step on that pressure plate here. What we want to do is kind of get this guy to come out here, have him activate that pressure plate. It's not going to kill him, it's going to destroy his legs, and then we want to run around, open the door, and then close it really quickly. So again, this run I will be trying to use the traps to their advantage and kind of have you save as much ammo as possible. If you get any stabilizers or any steroids, you want to pick those up and use them immediately. The other hard thing about this DLC is item management, so you're going to want to figure out what you want to get rid of and keep. So we'll talk about that a little bit more as we're getting through. So as we get to this guy, this molded that likes to throw up and everything, we want to kind of bait him out of where he came from, and we want to use this table over here. And we want him to get over where we are right now. When he gets over here, we're going to just book it for the door that he came through and then close the door really quick behind us. So again, this DLC is mainly about item management. The biggest thing that I found while playing through is if you have a shotgun with 2 shots in it and you use the 2 shots, the best thing to do is just get rid of the shotgun. Don't even try to use it again. Just dismantle it and then find another one later. It'll be easier to find another shotgun than to find ammo. So that's one thing that I figured out. So you can see that box down there was actually a trap. It had one thing of tape around the outside. Regular boxes, which you'll see, have multiple things of tape around the outside. So when you're playing through, you'll get used to this and you'll be able to pick it up just by like running up to it. You'll be like, that's a trap. So when we get into this room, there's going to be 3 tripwires here. We want to crouch and go through all 3 of them or underneath of them. We're going to get this molded to hit one of those tripwires, and we want him to hit another one of these tripwires. It's going to take 2 tripwires to kill him. And then what I do is I just destroy the 3rd tripwire just so I don't accidentally run into it, and it saves a little bit of time. Not too much time, but it does save a little bit of time. So coming up here, we didn't enter that room before when we were running up because there is a tripwire that that guards that door. So if you just run straight into it, you're gonna be screwed. So we'll destroy that tripwire, run back around. There's usually a 3-star reward in here, sometimes a 4-star reward. So this is kind of a little bit of a reward room. So I would advise to go into this whenever possible. Now I said that the machine gun or the assault rifle, whatever it is, that gun right there, it's pretty useless. I'm not a big fan of it, but it can be useful for killing some molded. But again, I would rather take a shotgun or a pistol over that gun. So when we get into this room, there is a trap that we can use. Also, if you do die, you can destroy the little symbol. That'll be where you die, a little idol, and you'll get 1 item randomly from your inventory from your last life. So just keep that in mind. If you do die, you can get an item. So for this room, again, what we want to do is we want to run to that door, spawn the molded. We want to stand right here. There's going to be a molded that comes down that little hallway. We want him to hit that trap, and then this molded we want to get with a headshot and try to kill him in 1 shot. I did miss one of my shots. So as you can see, I run out of shotgun ammo there, so I dismantle the shotgun or I get rid of it. So now I'm just going to use the assault rifle and finish off this other molded. So there we go, pretty easy. Now, big thing here, if you don't want to deal with this one molded, the 4-legged crawling molded or whatever, you want to open this door very quickly and then close it, and he won't be able to come through. The doors are going to be your best friend in this playthrough. And while you're playing through, to craft the enhanced handgun ammo, if you don't know, you are going to need strong chem fluid and gunpowder, so keep an eye out for those. Again, 10 shots of enhanced pistol ammo is going to be very useful. You should be able to beat it with that, but if you can craft 20 to 30 of those, you'll be golden. So anyway, we'll destroy that, come through here. This is a little bit of a safe room. Nothing is going to be in here. So one of these boxes can be trapped one time. So when you're swinging, make sure you're not swinging too close, because you can actually slice both of those at the same time. I accidentally did that a few times. So when you get into this stairway here with these steps, you want to walk up backwards. You're going to hear a clicking noise, and when you hear that clicking noise, you want to run straight down the steps. It's a trap. So you hear a clicking noise, run straight down the steps, and then there you go. That is that trap. And again, this DLC is all about item management, so you're going to have to make decisions to get rid of stuff, which I do in this playthrough a little bit later on. So when we get up into this room here, what you want to do is get up and turn right around to your left. There's going to be like a pressure plate with the gas or whatever it is, and you want to activate that and then fall right back down. All the boxes in that room are trapped, so don't even try to hit any of them. But you can go in this little closet over here, and there is sometimes a 3-star reward in there, so pick that up if you do, or if you are lucky enough to get that. So as you can see, we get the survival knife here. Definitely want to use that if you get it, and you can just throw your other knife out. You don't have to keep both of them. So if you do get the survival knife, just throw that other default knife out. So again, we're getting a few other boxes here. I don't really worry too much about having the med kits or whatever. They can be useful, but you can take 4 to 5 hits from Marguerite at the end of this battle, even without the defense items, and you can still survive just by blocking and taking her hits. So it's not that big of a deal, and you don't really need med kits. It's useful to have maybe 1 or 2 of them just as like a little safe haven, but you don't really need them. So when we run through here, we want to run through that door really quick, come down this veranda here, and then we want to duck. There's going to be a molded that's following us, but there's going to be a gun straight in front of us right now that will kill him. So now we're going to use these guns in here to our advantage. So the first thing we want to do is come in this door. We want to blow this tripwire up because we're going to go behind the bar. Now, if you go behind the bar here and you kind of stand up and crouch real quick, you'll activate the gun that's across the way. Doing that will actually destroy another tripwire, and it will destroy this box right here, so you don't have to use any more ammo. From here, what we're going to do is we're just going to book it to the back bedroom here. So we're just going to run. There are 2 guns in here that will track you, so you need to be a little careful. In here is a decent amount of rewards every once in a while. Sometimes there's nothing, but again, this is completely random. Sometimes you may have rewards in this room. Sometimes you may have absolutely nothing, so it kind of sucks. So when we go through this door, we're going to activate 2 molded. They're going to spawn. We want to run straight back where we came from, close this door, and then crouch. The 2 turrets in this room, especially the one to the left of us, the one to the right of us actually right now, that will kill both of these molded. Now what you want to do is, if you hear the gun stop firing, you want to actually open the door up, like double press X, open the door up. One of the molded might not die. In my case, he didn't, but opening the door up and then closing it again really quick will actually get him like back in position, and then the turret will kill him. So you'll hear it firing again, and then it'll stop. So once those 2 guys are killed, we can just run through. There's sometimes a box down that way. There's a box here, and then in the bathroom, there's usually a decent amount of stuff in the bathroom. Maybe not a decent amount, but there's usually at least 1 box in the bathroom that you can get stuff from. So they keep giving me herbs. I don't really want them because herbs make first aid kits, and I don't need them, or at least I don't want them. I want those high-powered pistol ammo. So right there, we crafted high-powered pistol ammo, or enhanced pistol ammo. Again, very useful, especially if you have the Albert. It's extremely OP. So that's like the big thing you want to be going for when you're playing through is like you want to get the Albert and you want to get enhanced pistol ammo. If you can get that, you're golden. So when we come down here, there's going to be 2 molded that spawn. So the first one we can kill with this barrel. The second one's a little trickier. He's really the only molded that you're going to have to kill with a gun in this area. That's going to be somewhat difficult. Sometimes he will fall down the steps to the right. If he does do that, free kill, which is really nice. You save a lot of ammo. In my case, I got a little screwed, but we got lucky there with that shot. So he can be a little annoying, but again, that's really the only molded in this area that might give you somewhat of a headache if you're using the machine gun that I'm using, or that I was using. If you have a shotgun or something, easy. Don't even worry about it. So here we go. We're running back in here. I think I end up picking the herb up just because I'm like, okay, well, I'll pick it up if I have to. So we're doing a little bit, I'm doing some item management here because I really want to pick that shotgun up because I know it'll be useful in a few minutes. I know it'll be useful, but I don't know what to get rid of. So I think I end up getting rid of either the strong chem fluid or the med kit, or the first aid kit. So we get rid of the first aid kit because, again, I don't think that they're that useful when it comes down to it. They are useful if you're hurting, but if you're not hurting, they're not really that useful. There will be a tripwire down there. It looks like it was already destroyed, but you'll just shoot it from where I was standing there. You'll drop down. There should be a box in here. A lot of times you play. I didn't get one, though. There'll be a box down this hallway here, usually. I didn't get one, though. I usually destroy this tripwire as well, just so no molded run into it or hit it, and it blows us up. There can be a box on that little counter there to the left as well, but there wasn't here. So for this pressure plate, we want to run over it and then run to the left really quick, kind of activate it and run away. So this next one is a little tricky. So you want to open this door up, and there's going to be a box here. It's always going to be trapped. So you want to destroy that box, and then you want to just book it right through the door. If you try to go through and then back up, you're never going to make it. You're going to die every time. So you need to do that. You need to destroy that box and then run straight through. This room can be pretty well, you can get some pretty good rewards in this room as well. So I get a stabilizer, but I don't have enough room for it. I'll come back and pick it up, though, later. For some reason, the game keeps giving me ammo for the gun that I don't want as well. But like I said, for the boss battle, you're definitely going to want a pistol with high or enhanced pistol ammo. A burner with at least 1 to 200 fuel is going to be very useful. For some reason, the burner is extremely useful. And a shotgun with some ammo is going to be useful as well. Again, the machine gun or whatever, it can be useful, but I don't really suggest it. It can be inaccurate and a bit of a pain in the ass. So this room here, we want to open this door up. We want to shoot that tripwire. When we run in here, a molded is going to spawn. Now, as you can see, there's a little light fixture in the middle of the room on the ceiling. There's actually a tripwire attached to it. If you can get that molded to either jump into it or you can shoot it, you can kill him right now. I end up not doing it. I waste ammo. Another thing you can do with this molded is you can feed him out to the living room and you can have the turret kill him as well. But again, I took the long route and I wasted a lot of ammo just because I was being dumb. So again, save ammo. If you don't have a lot of ammo, there's a lot of things you can do to save ammo. You don't have to use all the ammo. So I got an essence of defense there. I'm not even going to pick it up because I don't have enough room. But there is a bomb, like I said, right there on that lamp. So if you're having issues with it, with that molded, you can kill him with that. So now what I'm doing is you're going to need at least one inventory slot here because you're going to have to pick up a key to the greenhouse. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to get rid of. If there's anything I can kind of pick up to craft anything. I think I end up getting rid of the strong chem fluid just because I'm like, I can't do anything else. So we get rid of that. Now, when you pick up the greenhouse key, it's going to lock all the doors around you. So there's a really easy way to actually kill these 3 molded without even firing one shot of your gun. And you use, again, the turret to your best abilities. So here we go. We pick that up. We're going to run out here and just activate the door. And then a little blue light will pop up around the room so you'll know that it's locked, and you'll obviously get a message on the screen that'll say the doors are locked, and you want to run right over to this turret and just stand right next to it. Now, all the times that I did this run, this turret killed these two molded no problem. They never even touched me at all. I would block just to be careful because there is a molded that one of those ones that throws up. He can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Now, you do not want him to go to your left. If he goes around the left right now and he goes around that sofa, you're kind of screwed. So you want to kind of bait him closer, as close to the turret as possible, or down that little pathway right by the clock there to our right. Because if he goes to the left, there's no way for you to feed him back around to the turret without taking shots from the turret yourself. So it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. But there we go. We killed all 3 of those without using any ammo. Very easy. So now we're going to get to the next part here. And the next part, you don't have to use that much ammo as well. If you have a shotgun, this is a great place to use the shotgun. So there's going to be 2 crawling molded on the ground here. Easily can be killed with 2 shotgun shots if you have good aim. For the first one, I had good aim. For the second one, I didn't. So that's a bit unfortunate. But I ended up using the assault rifle or whatever to take him out. So again, we just want to feed him back through here. He's not going to hit any tripwires or anything. So we're just going to kill him like that pretty easy. Now this next part can be a little tricky, but there's a way to play it pretty safe. So there's going to be 2 of the molded that crawl on the ground, the 4-legged ones that'll crawl after you and are really fast. So if you don't blow up any of these tripwires down this hallway, you can actually trick them, and they should hit one of those tripwires and it'll kill both of them. Now if it doesn't kill both of them, you can just run all the way back to the living room area and you can have the turret kill them. So you don't have to use any ammo on these next 2 guys. That's really what you want to do here, because again, you want to conserve as much ammo as possible. So we'll come down here, we'll pop our head around the corner, it'll spawn these guys. You'll see there's 2 of them right there. I was pretty quick about it. You want to just book it, because a few times I tried to turn around and look back and it just turned out to be bad. So we hear a bomb explode. I didn't really turn around after the bomb exploded because I was a little scared, but then I came in here and I'm like, there's none of them following me. Because I had a few instances where they actually didn't hit the tripwire and they killed me. So just make a book all the way back to the living room. But you'll see that they usually hit the second tripwire, not the first one, but I would keep them both up just in case. So from here, what we want to do, pretty easy. There is a box down this hallway if you want to destroy that and get whatever's in there. I think it's an herb for me. Again, another herb. They keep giving me herbs. Stop it. I think I ended up picking it up just because I have some room just in case. And then we'll go back and pick up that stabilizer that I completely forgot about. Again, this DLC, I can't say enough. This DLC is about item management, figuring out what you think is going to be the most useful item, and then holding on to that. Or holding on to those items. If you think first aid is the most useful item, then by God, keep first aid on you. If you think guns are the most useful item, then keep guns on you. Because with the fight with Marguerite, there is a way to actually kill her without using, or really having any ammo. It's a little tricky, but you can do it, and I will discuss it a little later on when we get to that part. It should be in a few minutes. Okay. So from here, it's pretty smooth sailing if you, don't mess anything up like I do. I did mess something up in this next part, so yeah, it kind of sucked a little bit. So we want to run down the hallway back where we came from. Back where you enter the main gate. And when we open that door, there is going to be a tripwire right in the middle. So we don't want to run right through the middle of these doors. We want to open them both up and then sneak through the left side here and make sure your light automatically activates like that, and then back right out. What that's going to do is it's going to get the molded's attention that's in here, and then what he'll do is he'll just walk straight towards you, and no matter what side he goes through, he'll hit that tripwire and he will die. So once he dies, just make a run towards the front door or back door, whatever it is. Make a run to that door. So now, this part right here is the reason why you either need a pistol or this machine gun. You can do it with burner and you can do it with shotgun, but I wouldn't suggest it. So when you get back here, there's going to be one of these big fat molded here. There's 3 bombs. They're not tripwires, they're bombs. If you explode all 3 of those after he comes out of the ground, it will actually kill him. Now, I shot one of them premature and it didn't end up killing him, so I messed up a little bit. Now, I'm pretty sure if you get 2 of those to hit him, he will die. but for some reason, I definitely got 2 to hit him, and he didn't die, and I had to put a few extra shots in him. So if you have this happen, you know, this isn't the ideal situation, but if you do have this happen, what you want to do is there's going to be 2 molded that follow you around. Don't even worry about them. They're slow. You want to kind of bait them away and then run in and do a few shots on this guy and then run out and just keep repeating that until you finally kill this guy. You can use enhanced ammo if you want to try to kill him quicker. You can use any ammo you want to, but I would suggest you use something that is a little weaker just so you can keep the high-powered ammo for Marguerite just to make that fight go a little faster. So again, we're just baiting these guys around. We don't really want to waste any ammo on those molded that are running around after us just because it's not worth it. They are not worth our time. So again, bait them out, shoot this guy a little bit, run away, shoot him again. And again, on an ideal run, when you shoot those 3 tripwires or those 3 bombs, 2 of the explosions should kill him. But again, stuff happens, and it didn't end up working for me. So I wasted a few minutes, but this game mode isn't about time. It is strictly about just getting through it. So we just want to get through it. So here we go. We killed him. I believe we killed him. Right when you kill him, you don't want to run over top of him, though, because he will explode. So just keep an eye out for that, because that will damage you. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to run up. We're going to put the greenhouse key into the door there, unlock it, and we'll be in the final area. Now, there are going to be a few boxes in the final area that you can pick up. So there's usually 2 in here. They can be trapped. So just keep mind of that. I don't think I've ever seen anything above 2 stars in here. So again, it's not the end of the world if you don't get anything that's not above 2 stars. Now, when we fall down into the main area, you will have as much time as you want to kind of search around, as long as you don't go up the steps. If you guys done the Marguerite fight, it's literally the same exact thing, except there's traps around and turrets to do damage to you and her. So you can see a box right across the way there. That's a usual spot for a box, and then I'll show you another usual spot for a box that you can find at the beginning. So that one is trapped. You don't want to run over by the fireplace, though. To our left right there, there is a tripwire. So if we go to the right here, and then we go to the left again, there's usually a box in here as well. Again, I didn't get one, not lucky. So from here, we're ready to start the fight. So what I do when I do this fight is I walk up the steps backwards until I hear her come out of the window, and then run straight forwards. Because I believe she can grab you and damage you, and it probably won't hit you. So you want to be as safe as possible. So from here, you want to book it up to this location I'm going to. There's going to be a tripwire here, so take that out. There's going to be a turret straight in front of us right now. And there's a box right there. Sometimes, if you're very lucky, sometimes you can get a 4-star box there. I've seen it before. I've had it happen a few times. So your best friend for this run, or for this boss fight, is going to be, again, enhanced pistol ammo is going to do damage to her. It's going to do work. The other thing that's going to be really good is burner. I don't think I've ever done a run and didn't get burner with fuel. So that's going to be very useful as well. If you can get the Albert is going to be, again, very useful. And the shotgun. A shotgun, or really any other gun, you know, pistol, or even the gun I'm using right now, even though I think it's pretty bad, it can be pretty useful as well. The other thing that's going to be very useful for this fight is going to be the traps just around the area. You know, we have a turret here to our left, and as long as she's standing in this little hallway here, she will be damaged by it. Now, when she runs away in between phases, she will actually sometimes go explore the area, and she'll actually end up hurting herself. So there's actually times where you'll be staying in this area, and she might die, and you might beat it, and you didn't even do anything. So keep that in mind. If you do run out of ammo, there's one thing you can do. I wouldn't suggest it, but there's one thing you can do. You can run around. You can go down into the main greenhouse area where all the plants are, and you can kind of bait her around. There's a lot of tripwires down there. There's a lot of turrets down there. Now, obviously, this can be very useful for you to damage her, but if you're not careful, it can do a lot of damage to you and kill you. So keep that in mind. If you do run out of ammo, that's like a last-ditch effort to run around down there and try to get her to hit some traps down there. I didn't have too much luck down there. That's why I kind of stayed in this position. There were times when I was down there and she would hit me with one-hit kills and stuff like that, so I didn't like staying down there. I like trying to get as much ammo as possible when I was playing through, and then staying in this area. And obviously, if you get into a little bit of a sticky situation and you think that she's going to damage you, just make sure you block. Again, with full health, you can take probably 4 to 5 hits from her, and you'll be okay with absolutely full health. That's without probably steroids or anything, just full health. So keep that in mind. Do block if she's going to hit you, because that's going to be key. And as you can see with the Albert here, with 3 Albert shots, with 10 enhanced pistol ammo, with 200 burner and a little bit of assault rifle ammo, I'm going to be able to kill her. So I didn't even use any shotguns or anything like that. So it can be very, very useful. And again, the Albert is a game saver, and it is a game changer if you can get it. So there we go. We killed her. So again, I hope you guys did enjoy this guide. If you did find it useful, be sure to leave a like. Again, I tried to give some tips and tricks where you could save as much ammo as possible using all the traps to your best ability and trying to get you through here with the least amount of headache as possible. Anyway, like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you did find it useful, leave a like. You can find a link to all types of other trophy guides down below. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.